Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Glam by Gladys, and in today's video I'm going to be doing makeup on a client, which I'm just going to be showing step by step on what I do. Everyone does different, but this is what works for me. And yeah, I'm going to have her at right here. She was my model. Thank you so much, Andrea. She's so cute. But yeah, I'm going to be doing that today. And it was like a smoky cut crease with a gold shimmer, and this is her before. Beautiful both ways. And I'm gonna go ahead and start already. And the first thing I do with my clients is I prep their skin with toner. It removes dirt or excess makeup, which it's like so important to do. And then I go in with brows. Sometimes I will do the brows after. It just depends if they want more natural brow or more like a bold brow, but I went for a bold brow today, and I'm using the Benefit Kabrow pomade in the shade 4. And I start with the bottom, drawing a line, and then I go upwards. You're gonna see with this brow. I try not to apply too much product in the front of the brow because it'll just look too boxy, and that's not it. And I'll go in with the spoolie side to blend the product through. And next I'll go in with concealer, and I went ahead and use the NYX Cosmetics concealer in the shade Soft Beige to clean her brow for a more cleaner look. And I only did the bottom first. And next, using the Plouise base in the shade 02 before eyeshadow. And then I blend it out with a sponge so it could look smoother. And I'm going to be using the Morphe 3502 palette, and starting with the light brown. It's like a transition color with a fluffy brush. I'm just going to be doing that on both eyes. Then I'm going to use a darker brown. Y'all could use any palette that has browns, but that palette, the 3502 palette from Morphe, is one of my favorites to use on my clients. But yeah, I go a little bit lower than the first shade so you can see the transition between the two shades. And I just add more. And then I'm going to be cutting the crease with the same base from Plouise. And I'm using a really flat brush, and I'm slowly cutting the crease. I make her look up so I can know where it will be touching, like on the top of her lid. And I just tap it and blend it a little bit. I really suck at explaining, but y'all could see on the video how I do it. And I'll start blending the outer edge a little bit with brown, and I set it with a translucent powder just in case she looks up and it kind of touches the top. Just set it, because it has happened where they look up and the concealer, like, it moves, it creases as well. And then I go in with more darker brown, and I ended up going in with black to make it look more smoky. My big head. And then I use the NYX glitter primer, because I'm going to go in with the pigment from Peachesmakeup in the color Famous. It's such a beautiful pigment. These are one of my favorites to use, and it's the perfect gold. And same on the other one, I'll go in with the glitter. It's kind of like a glue, but I don't know, it's called glitter primer, but it's a really good glue. In the video it doesn't look that like shimmery, but oh, there it goes. Yeah, it looks very pretty. Then I go in with more black, and I'm gonna move on to her face, and I went in with the Saturday Skin water cream. It's a moisturizer, it's really good. And then I'm gonna go in with the Benefit primer, the Hydrate primer. I'm obsessed with that primer. And of course, now going on to foundation, I use the Maybelline Superstay Matte Foundation. She actually brought me her own foundation, and it's in the shade 310. And I blend it out with the Morphe sponge. I love that sponge. It's a really good sponge. But yeah, I just blend it out. I just told her to bring her foundation just cause, but I do have different color foundations for my clients. And this is actually one of my favorite foundations, as well as hers. And now I'm gonna carve out the top of the brow with the same foundation. This is what I do. Some people might use concealer on the top, but I personally like to use the foundation for the top of the brow. Just because I don't want it to look too bright on the top. Some people like that look, which is totally fine, but I like to do it this way with a flat brush. And next I'm going in with the same concealer I used to carve her brows with, which was a NYX Cosmetics Born to Glow. And I like to go in with a lot. And with the flat brush, I'll use it to clean out the eyeshadow, make it look more sharp, as you can see right there. And then blend it. For the areas like the nose, I like to use a brush to really get in there. And next I go in with the Revolution Concealer in the shade C13 to bronze up her face. And I blend it out with the brush. It's like an angled brush. Any brush will do, even the sponge. And I'm gonna go ahead and blend out the concealer again before I go in with powder. I'm gonna be using the Too Faced Born This Way translucent powder. It makes it look so smooth, but make sure you go in with a sponge to blend it out, because there is creases after a while, so you have to make sure there's no creases before you go in with powder. And anywhere else, like around the lips where she'll have smile lines, I also go in with the sponge first before I set it. And the nose and the forehead I also put. And with the bigger brush, I go in on the rest of the face with the same powder. Then I'll start using bronzer, which this one I use, the Hoola bronzer is my favorite. Also the forehead. I'm also going to be contouring her nose. And now carving the cheeks with the same translucent powder and the nose as well to make it look more clean. And putting blush, the blush palette I use is from BH Cosmetics. It's one of my favorites. And then I go ahead and dust that off. And for the lower lash line, I use the same brown shades from the same palette, and I go in with a little bit of black. And I'll use the NYX Jumbo Pencil in the shade Milk for the waterline, and setting the face with the Morphe matte setting mist. It's really good and it smells like cucumbers. Then setting the brows with the 24-hour brow setter from Benefit. It's one of my favorites. These lashes are from the Bold Face Makeup. And I don't know what they were called, but I will put them down in the description. They were really pretty. And for highlight, I went in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills, the Amrezi highlight. I use that highlight literally for every skin tone. It's so bomb. And I applied it on the tip of the nose, on the bridge, and in the inner corner highlight. And I blend it out because I don't like it to look too harsh. The highlight sometimes could look too harsh, so I blend it. Then I went in, I forgot to record the lip liner, but I went in with the Morphe lip liner in the shade Crush, and any clear gloss would do. Then I use mascara on her. With a clean spoolie, of course. I cannot share my mascaras, but yeah, this is what she looked like. She is so beautiful. I'm so in love with this makeup. But yeah, this is the end and this is the after. I hope you guys enjoyed. This is my first time doing these types of videos. Let me know if y'all liked it. But yeah.